week on First Look. Is this traditional Southern food?
It is all the traditional Southern food on one plate.
All of it. We're chopping it up down south. Charleston, South Carolina is widely celebrated as a premier destination in not just the U.S., but the entire world. A big part of that distinction comes from Charleston's thriving culinary scene, defined by traditional Southern flavors, prime local ingredients, and mouth-watering ingenuity. The cuisine down here is made with love, it's made with soul, and here at Hominy Grill, it's made to order. Under James Beard Award-winning chef Robert Stelling, Hominy has become a staple for local South Carolinians and tourists alike by serving up low-country flavors for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And me, I'm ready to get cooking. So what are we making today, Robert?
We're making the Charleston Nasty Biscuit.
A lightly breaded chicken breast, fried until golden brown, sandwiched between a flaky, freshly baked buttermilk biscuit, a hearty sprinkling of sharp cheddar cheese, and then slathered with rich and creamy sausage gravy. The only thing that's nasty about this heavenly creation is the cholesterol.
We are on the Heart Association's hit list, but
It tastes real good.
we're making these biscuits. Start with a biscuit mix. Soft wheat flour, salt, and baking powder, and some sugar in it. And it also has butter, shortening, and lard because I can never decide which one is best.
Not a light meal.
No, it's a little nasty.
It's nasty.
There's no such thing as a little nasty, so.
Tell me about the name.
We were going into a fast food restaurant, ordering chicken biscuits with cheese on them. We wanted a little extra gravy on the side, and the girls behind the counter started going, "Oh, that's nasty. You boys nasty boys." And then we're like, "Oh."
I like the sound of that. The Charleston nasty.
It took a little while getting used to.
You combine a splash of whole milk to the dry ingredients and give it a good mix and a knead.
So we got a nice little dough ball here. You want to roll them out for us?
I totally want to roll them out.
Go back and forth, and then this way you're looking to about 2 inches tall.
Like this?
Yep, great job.
Oh, that's a beautiful little biscuit right there.
So we got
Look at
nice
that.
red biscuits, very well done. We'll pop them in the oven.
We assemble the beast, and then it's ready to eat.
Alright guys, another Charleston.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just gonna get in here. That's really good. It's like soft from the biscuit, but then you get a little bit of crunch.
Yeah.
The flavors in that gravy are amazing.
Very traditional kind of breakfast sausage ground up.
Taste the sausage, a little bit of chicken broth, peppers are in there, and that chicken, like a little goodness in the middle. Is this traditional Southern food?
It is all the traditional Southern food on one plate.
All of it. And what is it about Southern food that makes it feel good?
What's not to like about sausage and cheese and butter?
Food for the heart.
For the heart, exactly.
And if after a hearty helping of hominy you've got room for another bite, you're in luck, because in a town known for its culinary creations, you're only a few blocks away from your next delicious meal. At Zao Bao Biscuit, the traditional Southern fare you've come to expect in Charleston has evolved with Chef Josh Walker's Asian-inspired flavors in the best possible way.
2 biscuits walking in, Steven.
Along with his partners, wife Dua Lin and mixologist Joey, Josh is serving up small plates that feature enormously robust flavor. And you're gonna want to start with their okonomiyaki, a Japanese cabbage pancake topped with the optional fried farmed egg, bacon, and pork candy. And when we say optional, we mean necessary. That's banging.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, there's so many flavors, the crunchiness from the cabbage, the egg is creamy, that pork.
That pork candy, right?
That is where it's at. Wow, that's amazing. So tell me how this came about, these flavors.
We were living in New York. I was working mostly in fine dining restaurants.
So we went to Japan and then we traveled to Southeast Asia, and I would have cravings for okonomiyaki, and that's kind of how that it came about.
So that was the emphasis of the restaurant, was to recreate all these foods we loved and missed and wanted to eat.
And are you guys the only authentic Asian restaurant in Charleston?
I think we're the only people that do our style because it's inspired by street food and family style comfort food.
It's so delicious. So whether feeling adventurous or hankering for something familiar, when Southern comfort food is what you crave, Charleston has got you covered. Voted America's best city several times times over, Charleston is famous for its great food, good manners, and proper drink.
Want more First Look in your life? Check out firstlook.tv.com for full episodes, behind the scenes extras, and more.
Tonight we're turning it up down south. Voted America's best city several times over, Charleston is famous for its great food, good manners, and proper drinks.
Bourbon is king in South Carolina, and for being the holy city, there's a lot of drinking going on.
Non-holiness going on. Preserving that culture is the Gin Joint, specializing in expertly crafted pre-prohibition cocktails. And in those days, some of today's go-to spirits weren't even on the menu.
I'm pretty much a vodka girl, like that's usually my poison, so am I definitely in the wrong place?
We don't have vodka here, but not because we're called the Gin Joint.
Okay.
We just wanted people to come here and try something out of the ordinary.
While keeping their libations unique, the Gin Joint takes the art of crafting cocktails very seriously. From the mixers to the ice, every ingredient is handmade. In the 1920s, ice makers didn't exist, a fact Joe doesn't take lightly.
Like a baller. Boom, baby. So that seems like a lot of work for the cocktail. You feel like it's definitely worth it, huh?
If you look at this ice, it's perfectly clear, which is visually really attractive in a drink, but also the ice inside of a really large block is a lot colder.
I got my kill.
To pair with their bold cocktails, Joe's wife and partner, Mary Elena, handcrafts what the Gin Joint calls the finest bar food.
Since day one, we've been known for our soft pretzels. We make the dough, roll it. We use a nice local Bulls Bay sea salt on top, and then we serve it with a spicy sriracha cheese sauce.
Ooh, I want to get down and dirty with this pretzel dough. Charleston's a foodie place, isn't it?
It really is. There's so much competition here now, so many great restaurants. And you know, our focus isn't the food, although once you start having a drink or two, I mean, who doesn't want like a salty or sweet snack to kind of go with it?
I definitely do. All right, bartender's choice. Tell me about it.
Just choose 2 words off there, and then I come up with a concoction.
I'm gonna go with refreshing and fizzy.
Perfect.
You can maybe turn me into a gin girl tonight.
Hopefully.
What's that stuff?
So we house make all our cordials and juices in house. So that is a house made violet cordial.
And an egg.
Raw egg white.
Okay. Ooh. This is refreshing and fizzy.
Yep. So that is gin, egg white, lime juice, simple syrup, sage.
Wow.
Egg white.
That's really good. I would have never ordered something like this before. Round 2, strong
Okay.
and unusual. What are you doing with?
This is the ice.
Cube!
Yep.
I chainsawed one of those cubes out there earlier. Just in case you're wondering, yeah, I felt pretty awesome.
So this one is house made vanilla, pineapple juice, mint leaves, sage, and then some burlesque bitters. It's got a nice spice to it.
Look at that presentation. That's the most beautiful cocktail I've ever seen.
Sure.
Oh wow. You get the mint as you go in and then all the flavors.
Bitters get you on the back end.
Strong and unusual gonna get me good tonight. I'm wondering if I just come up with 2 words, could you just make something that maybe isn't on the menu?
Possibly.
Dangerous and dirty.
Sure.
Are you double dipping? Whoa! Dangerous! What are you
It's an old whiskey barrel.
Woo! Dangerous and dirty. Right, James, I'm going in.
See if it lives up to the words.
Ooh. It has flavors. Wow. James, you've successfully turned me into a gin girl.
Perfect.
Cheers to the gin joint. Cheers. Cheers. Gracias, James.
Corner of Charleston, that's more than just a thought, it's a way of life. South Carolina, to be exact. When you think of life in the Low Country, you might picture sitting on a porch while sipping a tall glass of sweet tea on a sticky summer day. And here on this remote corner of Charleston, that's more than just a thought, it's a way of life.
So I can't believe that this is the only working tea plantation within the United States. So where does the rest of the bulk of tea come from?
The huge producers of tea is India and China. Argentina is one of the huge suppliers of tea to America.
And how many acres of tea are we looking at here?
The whole farm is 127 acres. We're on an island called Wadmalong, and that is about 20 miles south of Charleston.
So tell me about this island. What makes it perfect for growing tea?
What tea likes is high temperature, high humidity, and good rainfall.
And you got that all here. I love tea. I'm excited to drink this. So am I just gonna grab some of those leaves and we'll put like some mint and some awesome flavors in it and drink it?
No. I've got to put you to work in a field pulling some weeds before we can harvest that tea and bring it to the factory.
And since this plantation doesn't use any pesticides, I'm attacking weeds the old-fashioned way.
Shut up! Yo, this is not working. I wasn't built for this manual labor stuff.
Go ahead and really whack. There you go. All right.
I'm gonna shut it that way. Da, 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 da.
Now we can just finish these rows all the way down here.
We're doing this whole row.
This whole field. See, basically what we're looking for is just to harvest these top leaves.
Only the top two?
Yep. Every 15 days, these tea leaves grow back up.
Ah, ooh, there's sticky little dudes down here. Little... Okay, we're just like that. Maybe you won't notice. Ooh, I found one. Oh! Yeah, I don't like this job. I just want to drink the tea.
There's only 3 types of tea: green, black, and oolong. What we're making here on the tea plantation is black tea and green tea.
With my half job complete, we roll out the tractor for harvesting and then hit the factory for processing.
That's a load of leaves, honey.
This is the leaf that has just been ground up, and this is the leaf that's been on the oxidation belt for 50 minutes. To give you an analogy, it'd be like taking a bite of an apple, leave the apple on the counter, begins turning brown. Same thing happens with the tea leaves, and this is for black tea. Green tea, we would eliminate this whole oxidation stage, and it would stay green through the whole process.
Should we drink it?
Not yet. We got to put it through the dryer. So the tea's now dry, so you need to pull these stems and fibers out all the way to the back and bring them forward. And then the black tea continues on.
Next step.
Pick up this bucket. Now we're going to put it in here to get all the rest of the fiber out. And you're done.
Now we can drink it.
Almost. Okay, Ashley, this is the result of all the hard work you've done today. Want to smell? How's it smell?
Ready to drink is how it smells.
Absolutely. Let's go do some tea tasting.
That's what I'm talking about, Bill.
All right. There's some elements that you need to know when you're making a good cup of tea. You pour the hot water on the tea. You never put the tea into the hot water. If you want it a little stronger, brew it for 6 to 7 minutes. If you want it lighter, 2 or 3 minutes is all you need. And this is how we taste. You dip your spoon in, and you want to go like this.
Ooh.
And what you're doing there is rolling the flavor over your palate.
You're right. This is a delicious black tea, though.
It's totally different than anything you've had. Try the green.
Whoa. Okay, yeah. Taste the freshness.
Which one do you like?
I think I like the black tea better than the green.
I just like the more rounded flavor that the black tea gives you.
After today, I have a greater appreciation for the love and the effort that gets put into making a fresh, beautiful cup of tea.
Thanks for all your hard work today.
Cheers.
Coming up next.
We're turning up the charm in Charleston, South Carolina. Tonight, we're turning up the charm in Charleston, South Carolina. Sandwiched between two rivers, coincidentally named Ashley and Cooper, Charleston is known for its ancient architecture, lush gardens, and sprawling plantations. And drive just 10 miles from downtown, and you'll end up at the, quote, edge of America, otherwise known as Folly Beach.
All right, guys, we're off.
Woo! Let's go!
I call this the Folly Harbor, which is part of the Folly River, which is just a small part of the Atlantic Ocean.
I love it. I love being on the water. I love the wind. Just, I feel so free. What kind of marine life would we find here?
Dolphins, this is like where they hang out. All these rock-like looking structures, those are oysters.
What, all these?
When you're sitting in a restaurant and you're feeling fancy and you're like, I'll order the oysters, there's a good chance they come from right here.
They don't look that appetizing from here, I'm not gonna lie. So what are we slowing down for?
Oh, this is the part of the tour where I slow it down a little bit.
Wow, do we get music? I see a dolphin! Captain Richard, you found him right away. What is that? Is that something?
That's a pelican.
Okay, good times.
So actually, that's the Morris Island Lighthouse. That's where we're headed. You're gonna paddle surf and you're gonna do your yoga.
Down. Wait for it. Boop. Sweet. Oh, am I supposed to help you?
Thanks.
And waiting for me on shore is Sup Safari's instructor Al, with a few interesting tidbits about paddleboarding on Folly Beach. Why is this the perfect place to come and do paddle surfing?
A great bohemian atmosphere, lots of natural wildlife here. South Carolina has the most untouched coastline along the East Coast. We got the dolphins swimming all around. That's really what makes it. I'd say 9 out of 10 times we're gonna see some dolphins right behind us.
Oh,
he's coming to play.
God.
His eye came up above the water. He was checking you out.
Wow.
So that's why Folly is a great place to come.
And after a crash course in the basics, I'm ready to do some paddleboarding before squeezing in a bit of yoga. Where am I going?
Forward paddle on your right side like you're doing. There you go. So how's this feel?
Yeah, all right.
Go ahead. We'll stand up. 1, 2. Keep the knees bent. 3. You're crushing it. Just keep those legs bent. Hips in a swivel. Nice. This is why you come and paddleboard in Charleston.
This is my life right now. It's pretty freaking cool. Now sufficiently warmed up, I meet with a few local yogis, and together, we're going to see just how balanced we really are.
We'll start on hands and knees. Get acquainted with the board itself. Look up towards the sky. Exhale, push your back up. Let's go ahead and just tuck our toes on the board and push up into downward facing dog.
Woo!
And from here, let's go ahead and step your right foot in between your hands.
Oh, yeah, that's out of balance there.
And then let's try inhaling up towards the sky. Warrior one.
Girl down! I'm sorry! I was like, I should not grab for her board! Well, we got in there! Namaste! Namaste! Well, what's a trip to the beach without a little dip? Let's try that again.
Ah, congratulations, you're standing on your paddleboard. Woo! Core tight. Nice. Ever so slightly take your hands behind your head, form a little triangle, and this is shark pose.
That's amazing.
And then bring your hands in front of your heart. Namaste.
Namaste. At least for me, I know that yoga is about being calm, being balanced, being serene, and so I think that the surroundings here and the landscape definitely adds to that. That's really special, man.
So, are you gonna leave tomorrow?
Namaste.